welcome to Beautiful Subconscious. I am Shell Marie. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about stop living every day like you're falling behind and what you can do to eliminate time holding you back. So this is a topic that I find I'm working through myself, and it's only recently where I've really noticed like I'm just doing things and staying in my lane and allowing it to be done at a level where I'm not in complete exhaustion. And it's such an interesting new way of operating for me, because I know I like to go a million miles a minute, and I did undermined rest for many, 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 many years, and it's still something that I'm working through. But it's just now this space where I'm drawing my energy back in and somewhat getting really discerning of the information that I take in and choose to listen to at any given moment. Because we get so influenced by, I'm like digressing here for a second, but we get so influenced by our, social media and the things around, where one part it's just like, rest, absolutely, like, please just be here in the moment and enjoy the journey, which absolutely I agree with. And then the following feed, it's just like, don't hold back, just, do the hard things, make sure you just give it everything. And I totally believe in that too. So we're in this constant state of dualities and working out where it fits for you at any given moment. And that can be half the challenge, because your internal dialogue is fighting against one another. Like, should I rest? But don't stop. Like, it can be a real tricky place to navigate. And so with that, it can make you feel like you're not getting it right and you're falling behind. But before we even continue more and more into it, we got to do our intention cards for this episode. So give me a second. I'm going to draw out a card, and we're going to see what resonates with us today whenever you read this. I am intuitively guided in every action that I take. I love that. And of course, that resonates with what we're doing. I feel like I say that every episode. Of course, that resonates. It'll resonate to however it lands for you. But for me, right now, I'm intuitively guided in every action that I take. That is the number one key to use, so we don't feel like we're falling behind. Like, I could pretty much just end this episode right now and just leave it at that, because you are intuitively guided in every action that you take. So you're not falling behind. You're guided. But we will go into this episode anyway, because I wrote a whole bunch of notes and I just really want to dive right into this. So we know that we have so much access to everyone and everything in this world that we're living with. We are getting influenced, like I said, with our social media, and it can look like people on there have got it all figured out. They've got this amazing lifestyle. They've got their health in tune. They've got this amazing body, this incredible relationship. They're making bank. They're jet setting. They're raising their kids, like being super present and giving these kids all these awesome experiences whilst doing all these glamorous things in life. And I am such an advocate for, we totally can and get to have anything that we want out of life and get to live our lives however we choose. And there's nothing that is off limits for us. I'm a true advocate for that. And, only us will know what's our definition of a successful life. Like, I remember as I was writing up this episode, it just kind of came to me that, I was at this retreat that I was co-facilitating a few years back, and it was one of the final sort of activities on the final day across a 3-day retreat. And the facilitator, he was asking everyone to visualize, like, now through everything that we've moved through and everything that they have faced within themselves and healed, where and what are they visualizing? And we went around the circle, and there were so many people that were like, I can just see myself, on a beach, just relaxing, just reading a book and just slowing down, and just, I can, like, living this life that is just super, super like a tropical island laid back style. And it was intriguing to me because this was like, a few years back. So all I could visualize at that time was me wearing this like power suit, and you'll see all my branding now, like it's this white, white suits, white blazers, these little power suit was exactly what I visualized at that time, not knowing that this would be the direction. It was just where I saw myself. So it was contrast to a lot of what other people were visualizing for themselves. But that was my truth and that was theirs. And both of them, as we know, are of equal value. Like, you can live your life and you should do without any remorse or without being apologetic for it. So what I am noticing is it can become so much, like we're overwhelmed with wanting to achieve so much, and we feel others are doing it faster. It seems that they're more successful. They have cracked the code of how to get there fast, whilst you're feeling like you're just fumbling through it. And, you're questioning internally many mornings, like, am I actually even going to make it? And you're looking outward and you see these people that have done it easily, it appears. And whilst we have the wisdom to know that that's not the case, that we know that people are, putting in the hours and they're facing their own adversities, and we respect and commend them for, showing up and getting through and showing the fruits of their labor. That's awesome. Sometimes if we're in a lower state, we can just get, I guess, discouraged by that end result and be like, it doesn't feel like it's close for us. So like, what do we do? So why living like we're falling behind is hurting our growth is because of these three reasons. It delays or stops you from taking aligned action. Like, you are constantly questioning, is this the right decision? What if I get this wrong? What if I screw this up? Then I'm going to have, then I'm going to be falling behind even further. And so that's the fear here. It's just like, if I screw it up, I'm going to be even more behind and I'm nowhere near where I want to get to at all yet. So I can't gamble on my time because I just got to keep tracking along. So you're just constantly asking, like, do I leave my job, but the money's good? Or do I put my money in that investment? Is that really safe? Or should I do that? I'll start my health tomorrow. I just don't have time to meditate today because, I'm so busy. My mind is racing. I won't be able to stop. Like, I just won't be able to get my mind into it. It's just racing around. Won't be able to switch off. So if any of that, relates, then you're operating at this functional freeze where you're probably not taking risks, but you're probably not taking risks where you know that that's where the reward is through the other side of that. And you're constantly saying, like, all right, just not yet, just what? And there's that hold up of not taking the action that will just change the game a little. Even if it's a small little step, you're not doing that because you're forever got this playing in your mind about, I'm falling behind, I'm falling behind, I'm falling behind. So number 2 is you're looking outward to what everyone else is doing, and it changes up your game plan every time. So you get stuck in this comparison and you're wanting to shortcut your way through your success journey. So I'm all about investing in mentors. I'm all about investing in health practitioners, anything that can help me grow and flourish. But what I've noticed is you can't put the investment into someone and just sit back and think they're going to do the work for you. It doesn't work like that, as we know. And so sometimes applying the effort and sticking to the plan can seem harder than jumping ship and going to the next plan. Or that person used that, but I'm going to go in that direction because it worked for Jane. So you're constantly changing and moving the goalposts, and you're delaying your success, and it's going to make you feel like you're falling more and more behind, even though you're wanting that quick dopamine hit of maybe this is the answer actually, because it seemed like it worked for, all right, jump on this, jump. You've got to trust in the process and continue to show up. You've got to trust in the game plan that you and your mentor or your consultant or your practitioner has, set out with you in service for you. And then you've got to trust the process, but equally show up and take the action. And so that's what I notice, like, a lot of the time is people can compare, like, oh, is this even right? Maybe I'll jump into this one, without giving it a good enough effort to really see it out. And so I'm all about, like, find the people who have done what you want, invest in them, whether it's your time where you're watching YouTube, watching all their content, writing notes and implementing. Invest in that coach, invest in that consultant, invest in that service practitioner, and just trust the work or trust the process as you do the work. And just know that the showing up, you're meeting it halfway there. It's just like, cool. Just the showing up will allow, those steps to unveil, and you're going to take those next further steps. So you've got to do the showing up so it can help. You can't assume that they're going to achieve your goals without your input. And the third reason why living like you're falling behind is holding you back is because that is the energy that you're emitting, and that's what's going to mirror in your reality. So if you feel like you're always falling behind, guess what your reality is going to reflect? If you feel like you're always saying in your mind, like, oh, not yet, I'll do that tomorrow. Not yet, I'll do that tomorrow. Guess what? Your dreams are hearing that too, like not yet tomorrow, not yet tomorrow. That money that you want to draw in is hearing not yet tomorrow, not yet tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes because you're saying not yet. That relationship, that outcome, it's hearing that too. So you've got to change your inner dialogue and what you're energetically putting out. And you've got to really own and understand what's playing out behind the scenes in your subconscious. So the way to stop living like you're falling behind so you can achieve your success in the ways that is true for you is you have to play in the paradox of time, where it exists, but it doesn't exist. And what I mean by that is you have to pretend like time doesn't exist. So you take the aligned action without fearing, is it the right decision? Because every decision will open up just an array of different opportunities and realities. So you've got to play in that space where it doesn't exist. So there's no need to fear that you'll get it wrong. But then simultaneously, you've got to play in the field that time is now and time is all you've got. So it's confusing as hell, I get it. But once it really lands, you get it. You've got to take the action like it doesn't matter. Like there's no wrong action. You've got all the time in the world. But then simultaneously, you've got to make sure that now is all you've got. There's time is now. So take the action now. Set yourself up now. Say yes to that date now. Say yes to that action now. Say yes to calling up that financial advisor to help you set up your financial freedom. Say yes now and take an action, whether it's small or whether it's a big leap. We suggest the big leap, but maybe you start off small until you build that muscle of jumping. And then it'll start to open up more and more and more for you, because you'll open up a bunch of opportunities based out of trust. But if you hold back in fear, then you're going to stay in the reality that you've got right now. And if you're loving that reality, then awesome, then you're living in alignment. I do believe that you've chosen this to listen to this episode because you fear that you're living like you're falling behind, or that this resonates to you, that you're living like you're falling behind because you're wanting more for yourself. And that's okay. It's okay to want more for yourself. You're allowed to appreciate what you've got as you appreciate that you want more. And that's what it's all about, is allowing your experiences to appreciate, to grow, to expand. You're allowing yourself to appreciate, to grow and expand. So the takeaway for today's episode is stop living like you're falling behind by playing in the paradox of time. It exists to get you moving now, but it doesn't exist so you don't have to fear that you're getting it wrong. Like Google Maps, it will always reroute to what you deeply want. So the time is now to make big moves for yourself. So every investment that you make on you pays back dividends. You are the greatest investment that you can possibly make. So if you're wanting support in moving your subconscious fears, plus having one-to-one guidance on how to take yourself to the next level in your health, in your money, in your finances, in your career, then our program is for you. It's the Total Life Transformation Program, where you have 5 specialists exclusively for you. So they include a health practitioner, a nutritionist, a PT. So she will extensively go through and assess where you're at and give you a protocol to reset your health and increase rapidly your energy and the functionings of your body. You'll sleep better. If weight loss is what you're wanting, or finding that ideal level of weight, that's there. The movement, you're going to be able to notice the difference of what having incredible vitality really feels like. We'll also have a career advisor. So if you're thinking like, hey, I don't know what my options are now, I've hit this age where this is all I know, allow someone who has experience in the industry just to see what's available for you and what it is that you actually value. Like, what do you want out of your professional, life? Because I know so many people that are like, I just don't know what my purpose is. I just don't know what my passions are. And so she can really start to delve into what they are, what it is that you value. And then with that knowingness, you're going to be able to take different approaches and actions within your career and in your professional life. We have a money coach. So she will be able to exclusively go through where your current financial standings are right now and just suggest ways where you can plug where there could be money leaking, implement strategies that will save you thousands, and just really start to retrain your habits in how you relate to your money. We have a relationship counselor. So whether you're single or whether you're in a relationship, she will start to provide just like awareness and tools to implement conscious communication, to really value your boundaries, value your values, and not compromise them as you are entering into a relationship or drawing them back into the relationship, and really finding a way to cultivate a win-win with love with you and your partner. And behind it all, you get yours truly to uncover your subconscious barriers behind all of those areas and more. So whether you have the knowingness of what's holding you back in your finances, we can surface up your subconscious blocks and fears around money. We can heal unresolved emotions and experiences behind your past relationships, or how you saw it exampled to you from your childhood that you don't want to pass on to your relationship and to your kids. We'll also start to work out, like within your health, like what subconscious stress is stopping your body from communicating to its systems adequately, where you can now no longer house the stress in your body so it can recalibrate and function at a better state of being. And then also with your career, like where did you get these beliefs that I'm stuck in this industry and this industry alone? Like we can lift the lid off that and allow you to see the endless amounts of possibility that you deserve to, go after and take action towards, and how it aligns to what truly makes you you. So this is what we are so passionate about: science and subconscious mastery. 5 specialists in your corner to catapult you to your next level success and be in an entirely different space come 2025. So if you're wanting more information, hit the show notes, jump on our waitlist, because we know these pillars are costing you more in your health, happiness, and success. The time is now. So thank you for your ears today. I would love to hear how this episode landed for you. If this is creating such positive changes or opening up areas within yourself that you're like, I can't unhear this, I've got to explore more, please reach out to me. Please send me a DM. Please pass this on to someone who you believe that this could support, because when one rises, we all rise. So let's come together. Until next week, take care of you. Guys, if you're ready to get to the bottom of your crippling self-doubt and finally resolve it from its root source, or if you're feeling like your career isn't hitting the mark and you're questioning where life's heading, if you crave relief from physical pain and just need some real answers, and if you're ready to flip your financial script and rewrite your money story, not only through your subconscious, but with professional practical tools, then jump on board our waitlist now. This 6-month program is breaking new ground in blending subconscious mastery and expert strategy for your success. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on this transformational journey. We are diving deep into those unconscious barriers, and with a dedicated team, we are focusing on your health, your wealth, your relationships, and your career. So hit the show notes, click apply, jump on the waitlist, because this is the way to pave your path to true empowerment. I can't wait.
Audience exclusive.